Hey all, so just doing my craft update video, which is Sunday the 15th, so this is way late. I just wasn't up for doing anything more during the week. It's too hot. Right now it's too hot. I'm not enjoying this. But oh well, never mind. So I thought I'd show you what I've got done, which isn't a great amount, but you know, it's something, and that's all that matters. So some of you know I've been working on crochet along, the small but mighty dragon. So I got this done. This is done with Sharon something. Let's see if I can see it, shall we? Should have had this up beforehand, sorry, but we all know what I'm like. Head like a sieve. I have enough trouble concentrating as it is. Put me in with them in this heat and I ain't got no chance, have I? Okay, so it's Sharon Ojala. Let me see that. Focus for a second. There we go. Can you read that? And it's a small but mighty cow. And I've just noticed the fourth part's come out. Yay! Came out 7 hours ago and I never noticed. Clearly it's not giving me notifications. Just turn on the bell. So I do need to do the next part then, because I haven't done it yet. I don't even know what the next part is. I'll have to have a look. But I've done this bit. It's coming along. Not too bad, is it? Also caught up, well, not caught up, but I'm catching up on the crochet along that Terry from Yarn Joy podcast is doing, which is an Xmas blanket corner to corner squares that were then put together. So I've done my sleigh. Can you see that one? There we go. So that's that. So caught up with that at least. I still got I think it's 2 or 3 I still got to do, but it shouldn't take me too long. This one took me 2 days, so I should be able to catch up with the other ones. I plan on doing one a week until I've caught up, and then I can go back to doing one a month. But that didn't come out right, didn't it? Quite pretty. I've decided to go with 3 colours for the background. So we've got this light blue, and then I've done a purple background, and I've done a darker blue background. You have to go back through my other videos to see the other ones, but that's what I've done. And then I'm just going to sorry, moving the hot water bottle there. Don't worry, it's not actually hot, it's just being used as a cushion. Yeah, so I'm going to do those 3 colours and then have them spaced out in a way on the blanket. Words! Ooh. So we'll see how that turns out when it's done anyway. I've also started work. I've done one. I'm currently working on a second, and I have a third board here. Now, I'm pretty sure I showed you this a while ago in a yarn haul, but it's this Sawdust Snuggly Patty Cake. These are the colours. That's the last board I've got, because I'm currently using one, which is here. In a corner of the corner blanket, so I've still got that to go. So that's just a basic corner to corner blanket. Whether I'll use just 1 ball or 2 depends on the size it turns out. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how the sizing's going. But I've also used a whole ball, just the one, for this blanket. This is the first time I've actually got around to doing a ripple. And this is the blanket. I don't know if you can see it. It's a 12 pointed one, so you got 12 points. But the colours come out really lovely, and this yarn is so seriously soft. I'm in love with this yarn, which is why I'm now making another project with it, because I just want to use it more. But it's so pretty. I mean, you can see, go back a bit, there we go. So it's folded over and you can see it's just really pretty. So I'm really happy with that. And as most of you probably know, I've been working on the rings of chains for a little while. Pretty sure the last time I showed you, I was working on this line here, the bobble stitch. Well, I've now done all of that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 rows since the last time I showed you, I think. If I can show you the pattern. So that goes across and back there. Don't want to stay up, does it? But yeah, so this is how it's going anyway. And this is row what am I on? 90. I don't know, hold on. I think somebody's moved my little keeper so I can see where it was. I think I'm on row 90 or 91. Hang on. 91. I've just finished 91. So I'll be on to 92. Let's put my... I have a little ruler on here and that's supposed to keep me in the right place, but somebody had moved it down to the bottom there, which is useless. So, hope no one saw the pattern. Shouldn't have. But yeah, so I'm about to start row 92. Pretty sure that's right. Looks about right. Yeah. So I've just finished 91 and I'm about to start row 92 of 111, so I am very close to finishing. So, super happy. Not much to go, and I'm just dying to see. It's huge. There's no way I can show you on camera now because it's just huge. Here's the middle, and we can slowly drop it down a bit. It's very big. It's very big. So I can't show you the whole of it at the moment. In order to get it let out on the floor to show you, I am actually going to have to move furniture out of the lounge, because those who have seen my lounge know it's quite small, and this is actually bigger than the open floor space I have. So I'm going to have to move stuff out so I can actually lay it down and get a nice photo of it. So yeah, I'm afraid you'll have to wait for a photo until after it's finished, because I'm not going to clear it all out to take a photo before it's finished. It's just, there's way more effort than I can do. The other thing is I've been teaching Duncan to crochet. He needs something to de-stress and start sorting himself in a calmer method. And until he finds something suitable, I've suggested crochet because it is a known therapy, knitting and crochet. So he decided to take it up. So he's just attempting a diagonal crochet, single crochet US terms blanket. And this is what he's done so far. This is Stylecraft Aran Tweed, I think it is. No, Hayfield Bonus Aran Tweed. It's a wool and acrylic blend, I think. It's actually rather rough, but I'm hoping it'll wash up softer. But look at how well he's done. The slight shaping mishap there, and a couple of rows where he's done the dookies in a slightly different place, but you know, he's done a fantastic job, and look how even his tension is. I mean, that is a really good tension. It's no real looseness anywhere, it's just a good even thing. So I'm really impressed, he's done so well. he actually picked it up a lot easier than I thought he would. He had a little fiddly time at the beginning, and I offered to start it for him so that he had a more substantial piece to start working on. But no, he was determined he was going to do it from the start all on his own, and he has. And it looks really good. So I'm really impressed with it. So he might be crocheting blankets himself soon, for all we know. He's certainly not want to quit yet. I gave him the option, if it's not calming him down, not to do it, because the whole point is for him to relax and calm and be at peace with himself, because he commutes to London every day and it's very stressful and he needs to de-stress. But so far he seems to be doing okay with it, so we'll see how he goes. But yeah, I'm just so shocked how well he done. Mine never looked that good when I started, I tell you. Mine was definitely not that even when I started, so he done really well. So I'm really pleased. I went out to the park for a little trip out. It was about an hour we went out, I think. Maliki and Duncan went to play with the frisbee, and they pushed me down in the manual chair because the electric one is still not working. And I got to watch them play for a bit before we come home and finalise Mally's packing. And he is now off with my mum. He is left early as of this morning. He left from here. He went down to, oh, I don't know. He caught a ferry from somewhere. But then he docked. Was it docked? I don't know. The ferry ended in France, and he's travelled through France, then through Belgium. He's now in Germany, and they're staying the night in a hostel in Germany before moving on to Denmark because they're driving. He's been sending me little updates. I asked him for photos of each country he goes through so I can track him as he goes. So the first one I got this morning was a picture of an area in France with the comment, "Your mandatory picture." Cheeky little mandatory picture. I want to track him and see the lovely bits, and he's like, "Your mandatory picture." And then he sent me a photo of them eating caramel ice cream, and he knows I love caramel ice cream, and it's very hard to get in dairy free. And so that was to wind me up. And then he sent me a couple of other photos. The other ones he sent, one from Belgium, one from the Netherlands, because the route they're taking, well, Belgium's and the Netherlands, you know, he's just on the route, and then the River Rhine, R-H-E-I-N, how do you pronounce that? But it looks lovely, and the skies look beautiful and clear, so it looks like he's having a good time, and he seems to be enjoying himself, so that's the important thing. He was so excited to go. We dropped him off at my mum's last night, so that they could leave early this morning, and I'm already missing him. He's been gone one night. He's not back until Saturday next week, and possibly late Saturday. I don't actually know what time he gets back. I'm not used to him not being here. He's 13 and he's stayed out of the house without me a handful of times. A couple of times when he was a baby, when we were moving, my mum had him for me while we were moving, which resulted in being in hospital because he caught a bug and became lethargic and floppy. He was still a baby, and that was terrifying. I have to give the hospital staff a due thing. I was ringing up at every hour. Literally 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, checking on him, and they were really patient. They didn't get moody with me. But then we didn't leave. He didn't stay out anywhere for a while after that. Then he stayed the odd night at my youngest sister's with his cousin Max, who's also on holiday with them. And he stayed one or two nights with my middle brother and his cousins when he was younger. many years ago, and then that's it. He's never really stayed anywhere else, and he's never had friends invite him over or anything. So he's never really been out of my sight for long, and certainly never left the country without me. And now he's just been through several different countries. He's officially visited more countries than me, and he's not even got to his destination yet. But he's enjoying it, he's looking forward to it, and it does him good. It doesn't do me good, but it does him great. So he's really pleased to be going. So I'm just sat here working on this. I should really be making toys, but I want to work on whatever my fancy takes me for a little while. I'm not going to intentionally sign up for any craft fairs, though the other one did really well. I realised it takes so much out of me that I want to slowly build up stock and then start the craft fairs properly next year. That way it gives me 6 months or so to start building up stock before I have to start worrying about having stock levels. So it might be easier on me. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully work some more on this soon, get some more on this, but I'm struggling in this heat, and so I can only do a little bit at a time. I don't want to stop doing it, but I started getting quite ill when I was doing it because I was just overheating so badly, so I've had to stop for a little while. So start with smaller things for now, and as it gets cooler in the evenings, hopefully I can work some more on it. Still don't know what we're doing for the week. Looks like it's going to be nice weather, so it's just a matter of what we're feeling up to, really. So we may go out to Moores Valley on the New Forest or something. I'll try to film when we are out and about, but we're limited on the fact that my electric chair is not working properly, and the manual, though handy, is it's fallen apart. we were given it, so I'm not knocking it, and it's a freebie, and they warned us that it's been well used, but one of the arms is basically non-existent. Armrest is basically non-existent now, and I'm having trouble with the angle of the footrest on this type of chair, which is hurting my legs, so I can't stay in it for too long. So it's a matter of finding a place we can go where I can hire a mobility scooter, or we're just sat down looking at things or something like that. So we'll have to wait and see. My mum got a new mobility scooter to take with her on this holiday. It's really nice. I sat in it when when I dropped Mally off. She had it set up in the lounge for us so that I can have a look at it. It's really nice, really comfy. I sat in it. I just spent the whole time sat in it. It's comfier than the sofa. And she's got those sofas with the giant big puff cushions that you just kind of sink into it. But this thing was really comfy. And the way you go forward backwards, it's just levers, which was quite cool. Because the all-terrain mobility scooter that I've been on, you actually have to flick a switch to go forward and backwards. So this was different than I'd seen, but it's quite good. So I don't know what I'm going to do about a chair or anything. Just we tested the batteries with a volt thing, and the batteries say they're okay, but they're not. Either that or the motor's not, because one of them can't handle getting me across the road, let alone anywhere else. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. I know nothing about it, and nobody I knows anything about them, so it's not as if I can get it looked at by someone, not cheaply anyway. I don't know what else I'm going to make next. I really want to get making some clothes. It's been a while since I've made myself any clothes, but I need access to my sewing machine. But I did manage to buy 2 new skirts today. We had to pop into town for something, and it happened to be that the Market Square car boot sale was on. It was just closing up by the time we got in there, but some of the stores weren't quite packed away, and I managed to buy 2 skirts. It was £9.50 for the 2 of them. It's really good because these are like perfect condition, and they're full length, and they're flowy and colourful, and oh, they're so pretty. I'll try to get photos of them at some point so I can show you, or I'll wear them on a video and show you or something. It's just too hot to have a skirt on at the moment, because I always wear leggings because I'm a fat person and my thighs rub, and putting another layer on is just too much. So I'll show you them another time. I'd show you on camera now, but I've already packed them away upstairs, so I can't, because I'm not going upstairs to get them because I'm lazy. You know this. As you can probably notice, it doesn't have a proper band on it because it was very up here, so I cut it off. All my t-shirts you'll find I've cut the tops off because I find them too tight around my neck. So I keep cutting them off, which is ridiculous because I never get round to. I can sew them back and put a new one on, but I don't. I never get round to it because I just can't be bothered. It's only for in the house. Most people, normally nobody sees them. You're the first people to see this one. But I figured you lot wouldn't care. You don't care what I'm wearing. You never do. And my hair. I think the consensus was to go purple, by the way, so I will be going purple. I don't know when. We might even do it this week. I don't know. Because I haven't decided if I'm going to bleach it first and go purple, or just dye purple over the top of this. And that will give it lots of different purples depending on where it hits in my hair, which will give a pretty funky look, I think. So I'm not sure. So we'll see. We'll see what I fancy doing when I do it. I need to do the what? I am awake, I'm trying to think. Candy cane, there we go. I need to do the candy cane square next on my Xmas blanket crochet along, which isn't part of the original, but like Terry, I'd already picked out a candy cane one. She actually, one of the two of her choices was one that I'd already picked at the beginning, so great minds. So I need to do that one next. I don't know whether I'm taking out the elf or the gingerbread, because I don't really like either of them. And I've already done a Santa and Mrs. Claus, so I could actually take out both of them, because I've done 2 extra squares that's not within the pattern, so I might take them both out. I don't know. I was planning on doing 2 blankets and I'd have those 2 in one, but I can't decide, so I think it's going to be a see what happens scenario once I go to bake the blanket together. I don't actually know what colour I'm going to join them with. The pattern calls for white, so I'll probably do white, but I may pick a different colour, maybe a solid green or something. I don't know, because I think green with red writing would be quite nice, but we'll have to wait and see, because I don't know. Once I finish this Rings of Change blanket, I really want to start on some of the other ones, but what I'm actually going to do is be a good girl and continue on the other blanket that's behind here, the leaf graph gown. So I need to finish that, and I'm quite far behind on that one. I don't have a timeline, so I'm not technically behind, but I'm behind what I wanted to be at this point. So I'm probably going to get together and get that one up and going soon. And as the Christmas blanket that I'm currently making is actually already ordered, because my mum wants it, I probably should get another one on the go, so that I've got one to sell come Christmas. Otherwise I won't have one to sell. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I really want to make some more shawls. Hold on, I'm going to pause and be back. Back again. You know how it is when it gets to 20 odd minutes, it starts flashing at you, so yeah. So what was I saying? Shawls. I want to make some more shawls, but I have so many in stock, and I personally own so many. I really shouldn't make any more shawls, but there's so many pretty ones, and I want to make them. So I don't know what I'm going to do. It's the same with blankets. I actually have a few in stock, so I shouldn't be making more, but there's so many pretty ones and I want to make them all. So I don't know. And I've still got this cardigan to do that the ladies gave me the pattern for. I checked the yarn, and it turns out I've actually used up one of the colours that I needed for it, so I will have to order some more yarn for that one. So I'm not sure when I will get that one finished. We'll have to wait and see. Same goes for the giant octopus. I ran out of yarn for that one, so I'm going to need to buy more yarn for that, and I still ain't got around to it because I keep forgetting. I also want to make another Jessica shawl. It's one of the shawls I want to make. I made it in green and white galaxy, but I have a fuchsia and lilac, maybe? Can't remember now. Upstairs that I want to turn into the Jessica shawl because it just looks so pretty. So I'm going to do that at some point. See, does anyone else have this problem? They line up so many projects. They just don't have time to do them all. This is why I stopped taking orders, because I just already have enough to do, and with me not being able to work as often as I used to, I can't do it all. So I'm determined to work through my queue on Ravelry, because some of the stuff's been on there for quite a few years. I have knocked a couple of things off. That baby ripple blanket is now off. Corner to corner blanket. I've taken that off my queue. I'm not actually following that pattern. I just put that one in my queue because I wanted to remind myself to make a corner and corner one. So I've now removed that from my queue because I'm making my own one. Still a couple of shawls on there that I need to do. Can't remember what else is on there. There's a few more things on there that I want to do, so I must start working through them because some of them have been on my queue for 4 years, which is ridiculous. So I'm tempted to see if anyone else wants to join me in doing a crochet along that's for your queues on Ravelry. So pick something that's been in your queue for at least a year and make that. Does anyone else be interested in doing that? Try to work through their Ravelry queue. Or if you have a list of patterns and you're waiting to work through, you could just do your patterns if you're not on Ravelry or something. You know, if you've just got a bunch of books and you're determined to do one project from it, then join in with that or something. See if anyone's interested in joining in for that sort of cow, let me know, because it'd be nice to have someone to do it with, because that might encourage me to do it more. I could do it as an official one with prizes if enough of us take part. We'll see what everyone thinks. Let me know. Also, any more ideas on tips and tricks videos? Anyone got any questions they want done? I have a couple more ideas. Not just for knitting and crochet. If there's the flower looms, or I don't think I need to do a pom-pom one because Grace done a fantastic one. GB Maltese, if you haven't seen it, go and check out a pom-pom one. She gives some really good ideas. But yeah, I've got the flower loom, and I actually have proper inkle looms and weaving looms, so I'm happy to do videos on them if anyone wants. Anyone wants? I said that wrong, didn't I? Anyone wants any videos on that sort of stuff. I also have that one down here. No, I don't know where it's gone. But I have Kumihimo, which is Japanese friendship bracelet making discs. I have the round one and the square one. So if anyone wants any videos on that sort of stuff, let me know. I'm happy to do that. I also have bead weaving looms, so happy to do any videos on those. What else have I got? I do so many things. I'm not going to do a video on spinning, because though I do own a spinning wheel, I'm not very good. And I wouldn't be teaching you anything, you'd just be having a laugh at how bad I am. So we won't do that. Yeah, I don't know. If there's anything, anyone has any ideas. Origami, I do a lot of origami, so we could do that. Yeah, just if you think of a craft you want to learn something on, let me know, and I can let you know if I do it, and if I do, then maybe I can teach you something. I do quilling as well. I'm not brilliant at quilling, but I have done quilling. I've made earrings and things, and a lovely unicorn picture. my first time doing quilling and that, so it's not brilliant, but you know. But yeah, I don't know what else I got. I do paint and draw, but I am very beginner at them, so I don't have many ideas. If you want to learn, if you want to find someone who's fantastic for teaching you painting, check out the Art Sherpa, Cinnamon Cooney. She is fantastic. She breaks down everything into very simple, easy to understand terms. And you don't even have to worry if you're like, oh, I can't draw but I want to paint. She gives you traceables, so it's fine. You don't have to be able to draw to paint, and she teaches you all. It's fantastic. So yeah, don't ask me to teach you art just yet, unless it's doodles. I can do Zen doodles. I think the trademark term is Zentangle, but I always knew them as doodles. We grew up as doodles. I think most people have grown up doodling. The bookmarks I made, did I even show you the bookmarks? They're doodle. Let me pause the camera a minute and go and get one of those bookmarks and I can show you what I'm on about. Back in. I only walked upstairs, I'm knackered already. Okay, so these are the doodle sort of things I was on about. So, yeah, just... You can see they're just doodle style. These are just plain ones. When you put them together they make really cool things. And then these ones, same concept, but these ones actually are double-sided and they have a magnet in them, so it hooks over your page a bit easier so they don't slip out. But I mean, see how funky is that as a doodle? One it focuses, there we go. And this one I think reminds me of stacked pumpkins. I think colour that in orange, it looked quite awesome. And we have, there we go, in circles. These are all hand drawn, so none of them look the same. Another style of those straight ones. See, by just changing one concept on this is same basic concept, but I change how many lines I do before I do the picture, and it gives you a different look. See, so the top one was done 3 lines then turn, 3 lines then turn. Bottom one was 1 line and turn. So same concept, different pictures. These are just, actually they're just pure straight lines, but they're done in a way that creates this wonderful curving effect instead. And this is literally just draw a couple of wavy lines and then fill the wavy lines in. Let's focus. See, so they work really well. Why didn't I show you that one? This is just half circles. I do 3 lines and then move on to the next one. But you can do it with 1 line, 2 line, 4 lines, whatever, and you get just really funky effects. There's loads of other ones you can do as well. They're just the ones I made quickly. But I'm happy to show that sort of thing as well if people want. I also realised one of the ones I could show that I forgot is hairpin lace, because I've made a few things in hairpin lace. I don't know if anyone's ever saw them. I can't remember if that was quite a while ago, so you may not have seen them. Oops, sorry. Look at that in a minute. Mally wants to get a game. I have my thing set up so that he can't download anything on his phone without me giving permission. Yeah, so I could do some hairpin lace hints, tips and tricks if needs be, or just some lessons on stuff to do. Yeah, so there's a few things I could do if anyone's interested. Just let me know. So yeah, I think that's probably about it. I've rambled enough. I have no idea how long for. Stopped and started the video so much I don't remember. So I'm going to go and get this edited, and if we're really lucky, I'll get it up today. So if you see this on Sunday, yay me! Right, I'll catch you all later. So you take care. Bye!